Right, so now it's all about the multiplication of matrices. Okay, and here we have an example from the ending of last class, and we are going to demonstrate how to do multiplication of matrices. So here's an example: multiply or find the product of the following. All right, so as I say, it's always good to write those little notes. So let me write it down again. I can write it over up there. Okay, when you multiply, just a little warm up, I guess, you'll get a product. When you divide, you'll get a quotient. And just to make sure that we are listening, when we add, what do we get? Anybody?
Sum.
A sum. And what comes there? Starting with D. DI. Anybody?
Difference.
Exactly. Difference. Okay, so all these little things, it's good to know. I call them take note or remember, recall. Okay. Okay. The language is vocabulary, maths vocabulary. Okay. So we need to find the product of the following. Okay, so we go to another line, another page, sorry. So I want an example that's 3 by 2, 3 rows, 2 columns times a 2 by 2. All right, so we want a 3 by 2. Yeah, can we get a 3 by 2 here? A 3 by 2. Okay, here it is. A 3 by 2 times a 2 by 2. Okay, so let's just put some random numbers there. Let's put a -5, a 4, a 7, a -1, a 0, a 6, a 4, a 1, all right, a -3, okay, and let's say a -2, all right. So as we advise, before you begin multiplying, even though the question did not ask us to do that, it is always wise. If you don't do it, I will not penalize you because the question didn't ask for that. It just said to find the product. But it is wise now, practice is good practice to first determine if multiplication is possible. Right. So you all have your notes. I am not going back to it. I want some participation. You all have your notes. You have your screen in front of you. You might have it written. Okay. So that's the first thing. Right, I'm going to put a dash there, or I can just use the points. Yes, I need some help. Okay, all right. I need some help. Anybody? What can I write there? Please check your notes. We have enough time because that's the last, that's like revision because we did that fully. I sent you all videos on that and we did multiplication already. So I can pause and allow some participation. What can I write there, please? Anybody?
So they cannot be multiplied because they are not the same size.
So I have to write there, they cannot be multiplied because what you say?
They are not the same size.
They are not the same size. Now everybody please quiet. Everybody please quiet. And I thank you very much for participating. I thank you very much for voicing on what's on your mind. That's the whole idea now. Okay? So just say what you're thinking so that it can be clarified. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Where did you get that from? What notes what did you look at for you to come to that conclusion? Or did you just or just from memory you say that?
Just from memory.
Right. No, this is not a very efficient way, and that's good advice. Please take that advice and carry it with you all in your academic life. What you have just done there is not at all an efficient way to learn a concept. All right. Um, Multiplication of matrices, that's just one topic that might be very new to you, and it is not efficient it's not wise, and that is the result. It is not wise to learn the concept using just memory alone because your memory has a lot of stuff in it. Remember, it's not maths alone you are doing other subjects, so you have to have a technique. Also, you should have notes in front of you. You should have notes on your screen. So still ask a question, what to come there, then you say, okay, where can I go and get for me to answer that question? Not from memory. You only answer from memory if you are 100% sure that what you are saying is the correct answer. Okay, so please remember that, and from now on practice doing that because that is preparing you for 115, and 115 is preparing you for something else higher. Okay, so you have to have a technique. Studying itself is a technique, is a skill. You have to have your information in front of you. Classes at 8:15, so you come with your information, things you wrote and things you have on the screen, those from last week, from last class. Okay, and you have the videos and so. Okay, so this is totally not what we discussed. Okay, so remember that. Okay, we're talking about multiplication of matrices, so we cannot be talking about same size. Same size is about addition and subtraction. Please take note of that. Same size is reference to addition and subtraction. When it comes to multiplication, same size is not the rule. It's not the rule for multiplication of matrices. Plus again, we did that already, right? This is a continuation from last class. We did that. I sent the video on that. All right, look at it there. I sent it in the group chat of that. We did multiply a case like this. Here it is. If you go in the group chat, look at there. Multiplication of matrices. Here it is. And here is multiplication of matrices. Here is what we did. Here it is. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we did that. So yes, they can be multiplied because we did it already. So remember that, please, and that goes for everyone of you, and not just for maths, for your other courses. Okay, studying is a skill. Please use your notes. Okay, so you can check your notes now. All right, if you want, you can check your notes and then come back again, or somebody else, it doesn't matter, but I'm waiting. And what she do there, I would advise other people to do it. Sometimes you're not sure, so say it so you can so we can discuss it. That is the point. Okay, that is the point. So anybody, especially those that are not sure what they're thinking is the correct thing, that's the whole idea. Anybody else? What can I write there? We want to determine if
It
multiplication.
can be multiplied because
Yeah, we haven't come to the conclusion coming after. We have to do the steps and then the conclusion will come after. What is the first thing we have to do? Yes, we know it can be multiplied already. We did one like that already. But
So
what
you
did,
say
yeah,
negative 5 times 4.
okay, so you're not understanding my question. We cannot say negative times 4 yet. What the negative times 4 is correct, but we're not there yet. We're determining if multiplication is possible. What are the steps to determine if multiplication is possible? We're not ready to multiply yet.
Yes, sir, it can be multiplied because the elements in the row of the first matrix match up with the column, the number of elements in the column in the second matrix.
So what to write there? So what must I write?
determine if the number of rows in the first matrix is the same number of columns in the second matrix.
So that's what to write there. Tell me what to write. Determine.